like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you want to be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Line 8. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line 8. Check nickel.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check right.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Watch the run.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
First down, Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Under.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Mike 55. I know he ain't got it.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Sherrills. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Man, I got you. Hey, receiver. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Trip that ball. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Rip right. Check. Like that.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
First.
Cousins now. And he's going to go down again. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
55. Deeper. And what's the way? Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Come on, D. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch the eye.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check. Press now. We're going to 54. Right here.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Good job, D.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Watch the pass. 25.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Looking to throw. Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Go, get out there, get out there. Back up. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Let's win it.
Now Prescott, escaping the pressure right. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Check, watch 54. You ain't got nothing. Check three. Through. Turn. Kill. Turn. Check four.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Mike 54. Watch the curve. Wide. Hey, watch it.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Rush in. Hey, over.
Now Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Austin. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Third and long for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Check. Watch it before. Me and you all day.
Following the interception, Cousins, the 20, and Diggs has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
You got time right there.
Cook following the penalty. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I got you. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, echo. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Here's Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On now, the former Cowboy kicker, Dan Bailey. Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. It could cost you a game or win you one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. Then he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it second down.
Here we go. Here we go. 46.
Here's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Prescott now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Draw play, Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 54. Mike 56.
Prescott from the gun. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Sponge. No. Check 26. Check 26.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Forbath will put this one through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Well, forget the field goal to try to tie this thing. They'll have a chance to take the lead here with 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Elliott running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out here in the I.
54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But now it's third and goal.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Forbath will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A good pickup there at 22. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the ground, it's Cook. Tackle made there by Chidebe Aluzie.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At their 49-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Give to Cook out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
We got 3. Back to 48. Check.
Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Line out. Check 3.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing is Cousins. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper. 68 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
Forbath, the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinators.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Cousins to throw it. He finds his man Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, watch that. Check line 54. Line 54. Green, get hey. Wahoo.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, he slipped right by him. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Left up. Listen to me.
To throw is Cousins. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins, buying time to his left. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Check three. No.
Final play of the half, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the...
Hello? Hey, hold on, fine. Let me Let me give you some wine. Boy, this is a good game, bro. Uh-huh. Hold on. This is good. Yeah. Oh, shit. That wine good. I'm ready. Yeah, I'm enjoying this game, bro.
20-yard line.
I thought they were going to be a different game. I'm focused.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Nobody can get the run game.
Do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be.
You're trying to get the run game 46 yards, 15-minute quarter, bro.
As well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
That's why I like 15 minutes.
Line, second and a yard.
To get your money back, too.
A 10th carry of the game for Cook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
You can drive the game much better.
Down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook.
You coming back, bro? I was coming.
Gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Break your heart.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside.
I'm going to say, your high going to be...
You're in peril.
Man, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, it's Cook.
Come on.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5. And
Loss
it brings
of 5.
up third down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He'd hit the sideline. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I'm going to lead. I ain't getting no.
You call hidden yardage.
You
throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Off the edge, it's time.
He's going back to Dallas, bro. You can't do nothing.
Line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Cook running right. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Under 10.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. But he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Elliott. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Way back at the 17 now after the loss. It's 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Yeah, I'm winning. Yeah, I'm going to kick it. I'm winning.
What a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Here we go.
I know, easy.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Hey, Steve,
Too late. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout.
Oh, they call it. That's about when you do.
So 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they're going to go with a jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Madison. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try to run with Madison. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Back now in Arlington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Going to run with Madison again. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL,
and this is going to be
my God, I saw him.
Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Damn.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game.
I'm not supposed to
take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. Cook. Oh, what a move. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, 382. Hey, 50.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
From the 27, Prescott. That's complete to Cow. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. He goes out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a run with Cook. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They run it again with Cook.
Good hit, Jeffy.
Close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. On the carry, it's Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
And the Vikings first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, Elliott. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. The recipe's pretty simple.
It's just okay. Don't stand there. I told you that.
Continue to feed him.
Until the new man come out.
Don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Cowboys on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Prescott to throw on 4th. Flushed out right. That's too complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? Everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I want to hear that. It's standing there, fan.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they
got 100 yards, but no touchdown.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Cousins now. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Recon, 132 fighter. Switch it.
On first down, Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Mannion with his first toss since coming in. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick.
Yep.
And he'll take it midfield and down the 48-yard line.
You had a game.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with this team? Maybe we should give the defense to give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Your progression. He was open, too. I saw him. I said, oh, damn. I'm surprised you stole the knee. I said, yeah. I thought you saw him.
A first down carry by Elliott. And I think this defense knew
game over, man.
As he is smothered behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Game over.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Mike 40, check. He's going to go 2-2. Get in the weight room. Go, Mike 40.
Now on 2nd and 16. Prescott being chased out left. Caught by Cobb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Pollard. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Dude. He's coming. We got double up. Watch twins. Check. Alert 3. Hey, kill 47. 26.
Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass.
They kept all your time out.
Stop them at all from
It's standing down. It's right. I told you that. Real football.
They just swarmed.
I ain't playing no more.
Them for almost no gain.
Take care of the time. You don't worry about the time.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Forbath will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Touchdown.
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there,
well, you got no time off left.
Half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
You should try to run it back. Yep. You know what I'm going to do.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with